Hello, Joe. Hello, Catherine. Okay, so I've still got I've got Stevie Ray in my blood, right, running through my blood here, right. In the class, what we're doing is all the work that Stevie Ray does on his own at home, right? If you're going to play the guitar behind your back, you're going to practice and practice and practice and practice and practice and practice and practice. He didn't just decide to do that. I'm sure that he started playing the guitar at age 5 or 6. And he's probably been playing it 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 hours a day ever since. None of us are going to quite get there with Tai Chi, but it's a step in that direction. And in a way, it doesn't matter whether it's Tai Chi or not. What matters is going through the personal process of going, okay, how do I take something, whether it's gardening or Tai Chi or guitar or anything else, and bring myself into it? Didn't you feel watching Stevie Ray that he was in the music? There was no separation. Did you see the sweat drop off his face? It was like a river. He's not standing back playing music. He is the music. When you watch him playing and he's got his eyes closed, he's not, it's not that he's not aware of the audience, of course he is. But what he's really paying attention to is the sound that he's bringing out of the guitar. Right? And it's kind of that way with Tai Chi too. We spend a lot of time in the class. How do you do this? 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 That's important. It's the technical side of things. It gives you something to do. But the real secret of it is to absorb, to eat that. You have to eat it. It has to become part of your body, right? And then you just relax. You know what you're doing. You just relax. And just like when Stevie Ray played the guitar, you realize most of what he was doing there was improvisation. That was not a set score that he was following. It was kind of a direction. And what it was a series of variations on a theme. A very simple little song called Texas Flood. And he probably, I could go through and count them, I guess, but who wants to count? I'm just listening to what he's doing. He probably did 12, 15, 17 variations on it. And has he played those different variations before? Yeah, of course, he's made those noises with the guitar before. But when he was actually doing it, he was just making it up as it went along. Some things he would follow things he had done before. Other things, I think he was just doing new things. You want to bring that into your Tai Chi. Once you get the basic choreography, then relax. Just relax, right? And then when you do it, just relax. Right? Just relax and flow into it. That's what makes it so wonderful. So, Jill, what I just demonstrated is what we're going to work on today. Catherine and I worked on this last weekend. We're going to work on it again this weekend. It's a little punching sequence. It's actually, there's a lot of moving parts. Catherine, I don't remember, how many did we count last time? 12?
Yes.
Yeah, something like 12 different movements. So let me go through and I'll just, you guys just watch and I'll count them off. All right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10, not 12, unless I counted wrong. So 10 different movements. Now, to get the technical part of this, you need to understand what you're doing. You don't have to take a bloodthirsty martial arts point of view, but you should know what it is. Because knowing what it is forms a picture in your mind. The picture in your mind determines what your bones and muscles and tendons do, and especially how you move your chi inside your body. So watch. This is the Tanjong acupuncture point. Watch this point. This is not by chance. It's because I understand the technical part of it. Right? Watch the line from the ball of this foot to this fist. Once you get it, once you actually have that picture, it's like knowing how to drive to the nearest grocery store. You don't have to think about it when you go to the grocery store because you've been there a million times. Now, you might have trouble telling somebody how to get there, but you'll be able to just drive there. And it's the same with this. All right? All right? But we don't do it that fast. We do it when we do the form. Yes, that's in there. You could do it. But it's like when you watch Stevie Ray. Does he hit the guitar every time with his maximum power? Sometimes he does. You know, boom, right? Whoa, it explodes. But sometimes, whoa, it's very delicate. And Tai Chi should be like that too. Master Zhang, my teacher, used to say, Tai Chi, not lake, not lake, ocean, ocean, ocean wave. And then he would go, you know, it's like an ocean. It's very active, right? Oh, by lake, of course, so what he meant was the little lakes in Golden Gate Park, which are basically just little ponds, and they're just flat. Tai Chi is not flat. All right? When Stevie Ray plays a guitar, it's not plunk, 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 plunk. Right? It's not flat. Hell, it's really not flat. All right? It's moving. So, when you do this first move, what are you doing? Somebody, the point of this explanation is to give you the picture. Now you got to find it in yourself. Hold on, I'm going to change the camera here. Somebody, some bad guy is trying to give you a backhand like this, right? This move is actually a backhand for me. but he's trying to give me a backhand. His hand is coming in here, he's gonna, boom, he's gonna punch me in the nose. And that's probably the end of the fight. All right? So, boom, you intercept it. It's already coming this way. So you intercept it and help it go this way. You just pull it. Right? And then, boom, you give him a backhand. Why is the chest, why do you come up into your chest? Why not just do it this way? Why, boom, why like that? And this is the fierce martial side of this. It's to break his arm. When someone's giving you a backhand, their elbow is now toward you. So when his arm comes in here, hold on just a second. All right, this blue thing is his elbow. When his hand comes in like this, his elbow is now exposed to me. I'm going to push my chest up into his elbow and I'm going to pull his wrist back. And his arm is going to snap like that. Now you think, whoa, good, that's a little grisly. You're right, it is grisly. I don't want to break anybody's elbow. But you need to know it. The shoulder and the center chest act as a fulcrum. All right. Now, the truth is, you can do 3 counterattacks out of there very easily. One into his nose. That's the one we do. Well, just do it very gently. The second one is into his groin. Maybe his other hand is up to protect his face, so you can't get his hand. So instead of going up, you go down. All right. The third one is into his ribs. And you don't use your wrist, you use your elbow. All right. Now, what Master Zhang and Master Feng used to say is, once you truly get that, once you really understand that and you can do it with your body, then forget it. Just forget that fierce part of it and only think about this as a physical exercise rather than a big martial thing. All right? You notice my finger's out. Why? When you grab somebody's wrist, your finger should be out. Partly, it's about controlling the chi. So you don't wrap like this. You wrap like this. Grab his arm. All right? So that's the first movement. Here's where you guys come in as students. I can teach you that part, but I cannot teach you really what's going on inside you. I can kind of point to it and say, well, pay attention to this and pay attention to that. Those are just clues. You've got to make the journey. You've got to do the practice and find out, oh, okay. Watch this arm and hand. And I know I've got black on here, so it's a little harder to see. Another way to do this, if you don't want to break his nose, is to put your elbow into his solar plexus. And then you roll it. You roll it down and you can drop him backwards that way. If you don't believe me, grab your husbands and try it. All right? Put it right into his solar plexus and just roll it. And roll it down. All right? So the thing is, when you practice, just get the outer physical motion first. That's your ticket to get in the tent. When you're in the tent, what you do is you just do it over and over and over and over and over, and you watch yourself inside. Just keep watching. The form will teach you if you pay attention. If you understand what it is you're actually doing, just keep practicing and pay attention. When you do this, are you using every part of your body? Watch my feet. Watch my ankles, watch my knees, watch my hips. It's not this. That's not the motion. It's the whole body. When you watch Stevie Ray play the guitar, did he do this? Clank, 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 clank. No. His whole body was in there. It's exactly the same thing. Nobody can give you that. You got to find that yourself. All right? So I can take you about halfway, and then you're on your own. You got to find it inside yourself. All right? That's true with every art, but particularly with this. Okay, so the first one. Notice that my own arm is not hyperextended. Never hyperextend your elbow. Right? Number two, just relax. Number three, a guy's rushing at you. And he's coming from he's not straight ahead, it's not at 90 degrees, it's about 45 degrees. He's coming at you, he's coming like this. What do? Well, one thing you can do is put something up between him and you. If you put up your arm like this, right? If you put up your arm, what most people will do is grab the arm. It's just kind of instinctive. So here I'm standing here and Bad Bob is running at me. Put your arm up. Right? My hand is relaxed. It's in a fist, but it's relaxed, right? Wrist is relaxed. He's going to grab my forearm. When he does, he's going to be up like this, grabbing my arm, and that exposes all this. And that's when you hit him with the other hand. Where are you hitting him? Right in the solar plexus. Right? Your fingers go straight into the solar plexus. And you don't have to stiffen your fingers up really, really hard, right? It's about your chi going in. It's almost kind of rubbery or like gelatin or something, right? This is called a hidden hand punch, right? Hidden hand punch. Have you ever been hit, either purposely or mostly accidentally, Have you ever been hit in the solar plexus? Well, don't do it. It will knock the wind out of you. You will be on the ground very, very quickly. If you can get a good shot at somebody's solar plexus, the fight's over. In fact, almost all the places on the midline, if you hit on the midline, right, the forehead, the eyes, the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, the dantian itself, and the groin, all those places are very vulnerable. So that's what you're doing here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now to do this, you're going to have to shift your weight and turn your waist. Hold on. I'm going to move this back up to my Tanjong.
I need to run for a couple of minutes. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Keep going.
No problem. So you have to shift your weight when you do this. All right. My weight's to the left, or excuse me, to the right. Now to the left. Back to the right. Back to the left. All right. So when you are shifting your weight, you're creating energy. You're pushing, by shifting your weight, you push energy into the ground. I push energy into the ground. I push it into the ground. Push, 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 push. When you push energy into the ground pushes energy back into you, just like bouncing a ball. Right? There's other things going on, but that's called the ground reaction force. It's a real physical force. Look it up. Right? And you take that energy coming, there's energy coming up into the body. You take it and you direct it with the waist. It's just like using a wet towel, right? I'm creating the energy by coming back and then coming forward. And then I determine what direction this is going to go. Maybe it's going to go over there. Maybe it's going to go over there. It depends on the middle section, all right? And then the snap is the snap that happens when you hit. All right? Change, turn, snap. So Jill, what I was saying is there's an old Chinese saying. It's actually true for almost all martial arts, but it's said about Tai Chi that the power is generated in the legs. It's commanded by the waist. That is, the direction that it's going to go is determined by the waist, and it's expressed in the hands. So the power comes out of the ground. All right? You push energy into the ground, energy comes back up into your body, and you take that and you use it. And then I'm creating energy going like this. And then I'm going to turn my waist. And turning my waist is going to determine where my hand goes. It could go there, right? But it can also go, watch. Watch this. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. All right, so it's like 1, 2, but it's a more sophisticated version of that. The master, both Master Zhang and Master Feng used to say, if I don't show you, you won't see it. Now, they were talking, of course, to students like me who are just beginners. But watch this. It goes over, it comes back. But it's subtle. It's subtle on the outside. It's not subtle in its action. It's very powerful in its action. It goes left, it comes right. What's really going on is pop, 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 left, right, left, right. Now, once you get that, then you can drop the left and right. Now listen to this, this is important. Tai Chi is not about left and right. It's about flow. Right? So left and right is a step toward flow. This is how you actually do it. It's just one flowing motion. But you can only get that flowing motion. You have to get the flowing motion to get the flowing motion. So what's really going on? Left, right, left, right, left, right. There are 13 energies in Tai Chi. Tell me what the 13 energies are, Catherine. Jill?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Oh, the first four are Peng Lu on Qi.
Peng Lu, An, and Ji. Cai, Lei, Zhou, Kao. Forward, backward, right, left, Zhong, Ding. The two most important of those are the first one and the last one. Peng and Zhong Ding. Peng, I'll show you somebody who has no Peng. You can go into Portland or San Francisco and walk the streets and you can see all kinds of people like this with no Peng. It's sad. It truly is. Zhongding. What is Zhongding? Zhong means middle or central. In China, they don't call China China. They call China Zhonghua, the middle kingdom between the north and the south. All right? It's the same Chong. Ding. What is ding? This is ding. Central equilibrium. We translate that as balance. But it is so much more than balance. Or rather, it's the real balance. Right? So, Peng is this kind of Master Zhang, my teacher, said, Peng is the air inside a basketball. It's a metaphor. It's a bad poetic metaphor, but it's kind of true. It's your internal being. Look at Stevie Ray when he was playing the guitar. You had no question that guy was full of Peng. That boy had plenty of pun. I've watched reaction videos where young guitarists watch Stevie Ray. And the reaction you get is, oh, I might as well throw my guitar away. I'll never be any good. That's not pun. Pun would be, oh my God, this is where you can go with this. This is incredible. I want that too. That's pun. It's the willingness and wantingness to go out and experience this in life. Zhang Ding, quote unquote, balance. I'll show you something. Boudet. 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 Boudet means not correct. All right? If you know how to do it, you can flash that energy all day long and do it out of a structure that is balanced, harmonious, and truly there. That's what you're going for. But how do you get there? How do you drive to the nearest grocery store? I know how to drive there, but honest to God, if somebody asked me, I don't even know all the street names. Right? I just do it intuitively. But when you're learning Tai Chi, you got to go through this process. 1, 2, 3. Now, you punched him in the solar plexus. Now you're going to hit him in the neck, right? So somewhere between the ear and the shoulders. You guys, when you're watching me, you're both watching me on iPads, right? Or some kind of little. No, Jill, are you looking at something big? Good. Catherine, what are you looking at?
A computer screen.
Is it like a laptop? Yeah, small.
Hmm.
The
Very
screen
small.
I'm looking at you guys on is wider than I can reach.
Yeah, I'm going to buy a big screen.
Good. It makes a difference.
Yeah.
It makes a big difference. I know some people actually watch on their phones, right? On their smartphone. It's like, oh, come on, guys. It's really hard to see what's going on when the person you're looking at is literally an inch high. Do it with me. Now, just continue the circle. Watch this. Can you see my whole body shake? All right, that's called shaky power. Well, I'll tell you a story about that someday, Frank. What is shaky power? Shaky power is not something you try to do. It's something that shows up as a symptom of being able to manipulate the energy inside your body. It's very simple. Where is it coming from? The bottom of that foot. Boom, boom. So this is Tai Chi. You're not hitting the guy with your arm. You're hitting him boom, with your whole body. Boom, boom. The energy is created with the legs. It's directed by the waist. It's expressed in the hands. It's not created in the hands or even in the arm. Comes right out of the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, why have I got my hand like this up here? Because the guy I'm fighting is really smart. So when I go to clobber him in the neck, and by the way, when you hit someone in the neck like that, you will probably knock them out. You may kill them, so be a little careful about it. If you hit them low in the neck, they will probably go unconscious and drop to the ground. So they can kill themselves whacking their head on cement or something. So Catherine, be careful who you do this to. Okay? Okay. All right. This is a Pink Panther karate chop. You're hitting with the edge of the hand right here. You can also do it on this side. So what are you hitting? What are you hitting when you hit here? You're hitting the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve splits, goes up both sides of the neck. You hit the vagus nerve. You don't have to hit it hard either. Just give it a nice good little tap, and probably if you hit it right, that person will immediately go unconscious and drop to the ground. So pop, just a little pop like that. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, he's smart enough that he blocked that, and he's grabbed my wrist. So this is about clearing him off my wrist. So part of me is drawing back, the other side is coming forward. And even though he's got hold of my wrist like this, I'm going to pop him using this part of my hand right on top of his own wrist. So I'm going to pop him here. That pop is not necessarily soft. In combination with this, it's very sudden. Usually we'll get rid of the guy. So there's the first 4 of the 10 moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so the first 5 of the 10 moves, all right? Okay, Catherine, let me see you do it. And, good. One more time. Stop. Stop. Just relax. Just relax. This hand does this, but watch this hand. Peng Lu Ji An Sai Leia. Leia means splitting. 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 This is one of the 13 energies. So it's not this. It's, right? Grab and then use your body. Better, but now watch. I'm going to exaggerate this a little bit, but sometimes it's good to exaggerate, even though later on you might wind it back a little bit. Watch how far this hand goes. Yeah. Grab him. Pull him across. Now it's a matter of, okay, much better. Now it's about timing. Watch both hands at the same time. One, two. 1, 2. Watch the hand that I'm going to punch him with. Watch where it starts from. It's not up here. It's down here. And then it goes up and around. Try it. Yes. Almost. Better. Think about this. This is true for almost all Tai Chi moves. It's about closing and then opening. When you close, everything closes. When you open, everything opens. Watch. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Yes. Yes. No, I lost it on that one. Better. Right hand goes down. Right hand goes down by your waist. Better. Okay, now, do you begin to feel a sense of, yes, good. Do you begin to feel a sense of flowing in there? It's like there's a wave through your whole body. Boom. It's so easy. Once you get it, it's really easy. Let your wrist be free. Watch. Yeah. Pop. Pop. Elbow, shoulder, elbow, wrist. Shoulder, elbow, wrist. There's a principle in Tai Chi called Jie Jie Guan Xuan. Jie Jie Guan Xuan. It means to move link by link. I'll just talk about the arm, for instance. Shoulder, elbow, wrist. But actually, where it goes is the foot, the ankle, the knee, the hip, the spine, the shoulder, the elbow, the wrist. When you move link by link like that, it's always the whole body, and it's like this. There's nothing hard in here. It's very soft, right? Until you use it, right, to whack somebody. Right? It's very soft. So in China, they say about Tai Chi, Tai Chi is soft like a ball of cotton, but there's a steel needle hidden inside. It's very soft. Ooh, until you get to the steel needle. Okay, so those are the first 5 moves. Practice them. Practice them this afternoon. Do little practices, no more than 5 minutes, but do it 3 or 4 times during the rest of the day. All right. And then tomorrow, of course, Catherine, I know you're on a different time scale, so whatever. But try and get a few practices in between now and tomorrow, so that you know the physical choreography without having to stop to think about it. Just get the basic idea. We can work on the timing and the flow and all that later on. And then tomorrow we'll finish the last 5 parts of this. Okay? Ciao. Have yourself a good day.
Thank you.
Kevin, did you see the eclipse?
I can't even see where the tent was.
It's pretty foggy, huh?
Bye,
Man,
Kevin.
Bye, Joe.
Bye.
it's pretty nuts here. It got dark, but not any more dark than a normal Oregon fall day.
Yeah, I know. We actually went outside. We saw it a little bit. Our neighbor came out too, and she had some of those really dark glasses that you can wear, and so we saw it, but it wasn't that big a deal.
But you didn't do the Donald Trump way of looking at it, where he just stared up at it.
Don't even mention Donald Trump. Okay, I'm going to take a little break here, and then we'll be back and we'll do something.
Have you heard from Rand at all?
Yes, he's fine.
As of Monday, I haven't heard from him since. But
Well, he sent a little. I sent an email, asked him how he was doing, and he said I'm fine. Everybody's fine here. But it's very upsetting for them. There were a couple thousand people killed, including women and children, and including a lot of foreigners. So anyway, okay, I'll be back in a couple of